Good morning, students. Um, Today we are going to discuss about ethical hacking. In ethical hacking, we are going to see what is ethical about hacking, what is hacking, and how come a hacking can become a ethical. We all know what is an hacking. Hacking is purposefully uh, using the vulnerabilities to attack an system without any authorization. When I say attack, it means static stealing of data or making a particular resources not available to the targeted users, such kind of a thing. That hacking may result in loss of the user. So, my definition would be a hacker explores the difference between how something is supposed to work, how it really works. That is the definition for ethical hacking. What is Wikipedia's definition? In the computer security context, a hacker is someone who sees and exploits weakness in a system, computer system or computer network. Exploits in the sense it is going to use the weakness for its personal use. What is the mindset of the hacker should be? So, ethical hacker, what is the mindset of the ethical hacker? It should be like, you know, we should get the authorization from the company, and that authorization involves understanding the system well, understanding the weakness, understanding the vulnerabilities by executing a set of tests, by using a set of tools, run set of an test and understand the vulnerabilities and expose those vulnerabilities to the owners, expose that vulnerability to the owners who authorize us to identify the vulnerabilities. So we will be working similar to that of hackers, but the only thing is we'll be having the authorization from the users, owners. So as far as PPT goes, successful penetration testers look at the world through a different lens. They think outside the box. They do things differently. Okay. So successful penetration test also need to have the following work habits. So we can't just use a set of tools and run a set of tests and identify the vulnerabilities. This approach should be methodological. Okay, it should be thorough and it should be carefully and meticulously designed to understand the weakness in the system. Okay, what is more ethical when it can be when the hacking can be ethical when we get the permission from the user, okay, owners of the software to exploit, to understand the vulnerabilities in the system, to understand the vulnerabilities that any hacker can exploit to exploit the vulnerabilities. Okay, what is threat versus vulnerability versus risk? What is a threat? Any circumstance or event with the potential to adversely impact organizational objects. Vulnerability, weakness in an information system, system security procedures, internal controls or implementation that could be exploited by threat resource. Risk, a measure of the extent to which an entity is threatened by potential circumstance or event. A risk exists when a threat actor or agent targets the vulnerability. Who is a penetration tester? A penetration tester is someone who identifies vulnerabilities, evaluates likely threats, and recommendation mitigation activities, and recommends corrective actions to the owners. In other words, you don't just say you found something bad, you also have to explain why it is bad and suggest how to fix it. So there are a lot of different types of attacks are there that we'll see in the next class. Thank you.